So we are in module 6, lesson 3, okay? We're doing fraction and whole number multiplication using just regular multiplication. We will look at a model to kind of see it first, and then after that, we will continue with, we're kind of doing the model and then we're recording what we did, okay? So, Charlie has five 1-pound bags of different color sand. For our project, you will use 3/8 of a pound of each bag of sand to create a colorful sand or jelly. It will be in Charlie's sand jar. So remember, how much sand is in each bag? What did they tell me? How much sand is in each bag? How much sand is in each bag? Ladies and gentlemen, come on. Read the problem. No. Read the problem. Don't just number plug. Elizabeth. 3/8 of a pound. So will Charlene use all of the sand in each bag? Will she use all of the sand in each bag? It's a simple question. No, I said no. Okay. Will she use all of the sand in each bag? Raise your hand. Don't just yell out answers, please. Come on. Will she use all of it? Yes. Peyton. No. Why will she not use all of the sand in each bag? Why will she not use all of it, y'all? Come on. Because there's different colors. Think about the mathematics. Does it make sense if she uses only 3/8 of a pound per bag? No. There's no way that she would use all of it if she's using part of each one. She's only using 3/8 per bag, so there's no way that she would ever reach all of the bag, right? She's using part of it. So now I'm going to represent it using a model, kind of like I showed you at the very end yesterday. Right? You remember how I showed you the blocks at the bottom and I told you you didn't have to necessarily draw it? So look, I'm writing 5 groups of 3/8. So I'm going to color 3/8 on each of my 5 models here. I'm going to color in 3 on each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can rearrange my shaded pieces to fill as many holes as possible. So look, I have 3, I have 6, I have what? 9. 9. So 9 is a little bit more than I need. So I would take my first 8. I'm going to color in 1 hole. Now what is over? 3, 6, 9. Right. There's only 1 left on this one. So there's how many? 1, 3, 6, 7, 7. So almost 2 holes, but not quite. So what would that fraction be? Raise your hand and be quiet. I have 1 hole and how many 8? I have 1 hole and how many 8s? 7. I have one hole and how many eighths? Come on. 7. I'm not asking you to yell out. I'm asking you to raise your hand. You're about to get a blurb from here. Come on, y'all. How many are there? I could have them shaded in. How many eighths? There's only one left over, so there's how many? Melanie. It's eighths, dear. 7 eighths. Okay? It's 1 and 7 eighths. So now I'm going to represent in the mathematical way. So I'm going to multiply the number of eight size pieces in each hole by 5. So then write that number as the total number of 8 size pieces. So look, I'm going to multiply 5 times 3. Which is what? 15 over 8. So now I need to write this in its simplest form. So how would I get to a mixed number from this improper fraction? Are there at least 2 holes or is there less than 2 holes? Think about it as division. 15 divided by 8. How many times does it go into it? How many? How many? If I divide 16 by 8, sorry, not 16, 15 by 8, how many times does 8 fit into 15? Bryce? 1. 1. So that means how much is left over? 15 minus 8 is what? It's 1 7/8. Because I subtract 15 minus 8 and I get 7 and my 8 stays the same. And I don't have to simplify it because it's already in its simplest form. So there are 1 7/8 pounds of sand in Charlene's sand art jar. So how would I find how much she had left? How would I find how much she had left? How much would I find? How would I find how much she had left? Remember, this is how much she used, right? How many did she start with? What was the amount that she started with? It's the number that I multiplied by. 5. So I would subtract, right? 5 minus 1 and 7/8 to find out how much she had left. Okay? Oops. So Kirsten brought in 4 loaves of bread to make sandwiches for her class picnic. Just 4 loaves. Her classmates used 2/3 of the bread. How much loaves of bread were used? So here, I am going to cut the loaves into thirds to show 2/3 of each of them being used. So each one of these can be cut into thirds. And I'm going to shade in 2 of those thirds. There you go. So now I want to fill them up as much as possible. So right, I would need 3 to fill it up. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to cut 1, 2, 3. I shade 1 hole. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So now I have 2 holes and what? What's left over? So it's 2 holes and 2 thirds left over. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the back. Okay. I'm going to leave my number over 3 and then multiply my 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 thirds. How many times does 3 go into 8? How many times does 3 go into 8? Wait, 2. So my 2 is my full number, and then 3 times 2 is what? 3 times 2 is what, y'all? 6. So the 8 minus 6 is how much? 2 thirds. So I get the same thing from both of these. So 2 and 2 thirds of bread was used. Are we following this? It's very simple. It's just a multiplying, but it's column, and you keep it in the denominator. And then it's almost like you're dividing it. Okay? So you multiply first, and then you divide it to get your either your mixed number. It should be your mixed number. Okay? So, like it says, I multiply the numerator by the whole number, and then write the product over the denominator. So here, I do 3 times 2 over 5. 3 times 2 is what? 3 times 2 is what? Come on, y'all. My denominator is 5. It stays the same. So here, how many times does 5 go into 6? 1, and what's left over? 1. 1, so that means that I have 1/5. Do you see what I'm doing here? It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Is anybody not seeing what I'm doing? All you do is you multiply the 2 top numbers, and then you divide it. That's all you do. It's pretty simple, y'all. Honest. So here, 2 times 5 over 3. 2 times 5 is what? 2 times 5. 6 times 5. What? Yeah. I want everybody to be engaged. 3. How many times does 3 go into 30? So then 3 times 3 would give me what? 3 times 3, 9. 9. So 9 minus 9 is what? The answer is 3 1/3. Everybody not following? We're following. Action. 6 times 2 over 3. 6 times 2 over 3. So 6 times 2 is what? 12 over 3. Oh. Is it 12? Can the 12 be divided evenly by 3? Yes. So what would my answer be? 4. Right here. 5 times 4 over 7. 5 times 4 is what? 20. Divided by 7. You can't it won't be even. So what is the closest number? What? 2. Because 21 is 3, right? So it's just short of that. Meaning, what is it over 7 then? If I multiply 7 times 2, what do I get? 7 times 2 is 14. So 20 minus 14 gives me what? Minus 14. 2 and 6 sevenths. This is very easy if you understand it. Okay? So, let's the algebra because it's on your worksheet for today. So, no worksheet. Yes, we do. Why do we get so much worksheet? Because you need to do classwork and practice the information that you are going to learn in class. And so, a number times more. Ooh, nice. Oh. So, I'm going to show you something really cool. I'm going to show you something really cool. So, whenever I have a number like this over the top, like that, guess what I can do? I can multiply this by 2 to cancel that out, and then multiply the other side by 2. So then I get a number times 8 is equal to 4 times 2. What's that? So then what's my missing number? 1. Did you like that? Because I love that. So I do the opposite operation. So under division, I can cancel out that division by multiplying. So I multiply my whole thing by 2, and I do the same thing to the other side. Let's look at 7. Okay, so I see a number, so I'm looking for my whole number on this one, right? So some times 5 gets me 20/6. What times 5 gets me 4? Jason said it, but nobody else is paying attention. Here is just 4. Excuse you. So look, then I have 1 times 18 over a number is equal to 3. So, first of all, what's 1 times 18? 18, right? So 18 over, I'm going to put X because so 18 divided by a number gets me to 3. What is this? Jason, stop yelling out. Lexi, it's this. So I showed you all the different ways that you can do the algebra. If you don't understand this one, you can come talk to me. We can talk about it again. You just do the operation that's opposite, so you're just multiplying, and then you're left. I love this. I think this is so much fun. Okay. So let's do a couple of word problems, and then I'll set you on your way to do some. Well, what we'll do? Hey, listen, stop talking, Grayson. I'm already seeing what I can change for next 9 weeks for where we're going to sit. I'm already seeing what I'm going to be doing. Okay? Shh. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple more of these, and then we'll come back after your test, okay? Make sense? Okay. So, yeah. A heavy-duty snow-making machine makes 3 inches of snow each minute. How many inches of snow can they make in 8 minutes? So I'm multiplying 3/4 times 8. So I'm going to set it up like I did earlier. 3 times 8 over 4. 3 times 8 is what? 24. So 24 divided by 4 is what? It's an even number. What is it? What times 4 gets me to 24?
6.
6. Boom, 6 inches. I promise, this is really nice. Okay. 2 times 8 over 3. 2 times 8 is, oh, sorry. Yeah, 2 times 8 is what? 16 over 3. What is that this isn't a proper fraction, but I already see the answer. Does anybody else see the answer right away? Which one has the same product as the one that I just did? What? B. Because 1 times 16, 16 over 3.
Oh.
Makes sense? There's a couple of them that you could definitely eliminate because 3 doesn't have, it could not have the same denominator as an 8. Doesn't work. Also, 4 times it because that also wouldn't make any sense. 6 might have been a possibility, but if you went back and you actually did it, I'd like to check it just to make sure. 5 times 7 is what? What? What is it? 5 times 7, y'all? Come on. 35. Thank you. Over 6. Right? I can't divide both of these evenly to get my denominator to be 3. So that would not make sense either. Okay. Last one we'll do, and then we'll take our test. Okay. A baker made 5 pounds of icing, and he used 4 knives of the icing to decorate his. How much of the icing is left over? So I multiply 5 times 4 knives. Divided 5 times 4 over 9. So 5 times 4 is what? 20 over 9. Which is what? 1 plus 11. How many times? 20. Right? Because I know that 10 could go into 20 2 times, right? So that means that I would get 18, right? 2 times 9 gives me 18. So 20 minus 18 is what? So 2 nines. But that's how much is left over. This is how much you use. So I need to subtract this amount from the 5 pounds. So I can't just subtract this like this. I can't do that. Impossible. Because I don't have a fraction, and I need to subtract 2 ninths from something. So I'm going to regroup. So I'm going to change my 5 into a 4. I'm going to add 9 ninths because 9 ninths is the same thing as 1. So now I have 4 and 9 ninths. It's still equals 5. How am I going to take the top? 2 is what? 7. 4 minus 2 is 2. So this is my answer. 2 and 7 minus this letter choice.
If you don't subscribe to this combination chat, you will be haunted for the rest of your life.